Now a first down throw, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 8. Here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at the 34. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. Back to throw, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On second down now, it's Smith, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Smith running right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down at 7.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here's Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears.
Guys, dig deep.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And finally marked down at the 23.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Fields now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Dolphins nothing. Highway Santos to keep on
now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he's got room. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, we've seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second and 9.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. Check 43.
Tua going to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Better breathe. You better breathe.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Bears first down.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Fields.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. No chance.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
On 1st down, Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Second and 10.
43 is the mark for it. 43. Check.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Fields throwing again.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. On play action, here's Tua. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first and 10, here's Fields.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Here's Fields.
That is caught by Cohen. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Second and 8 coming up.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Target.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40.
46, boys, 46.
From the gun, it's Tua.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack on first down, Tua got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Say nothing. Hey, 58 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down.
As they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Chicago.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Third and long. It's Fields.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw is Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Tua. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Tua now on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fights loose.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on second and 10.
Fields.
And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller.
His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Now Tua. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
I got you. Mike 46.
Tua to throw again.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
And he's got his target, Harris. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Looking to pass. Tua.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
On second down, Montgomery.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and going. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to execute.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
A big play there on the catch and run. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Smith. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 2nd down, here's Smith again. 105 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you've pretty much handed the game to the other team.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Smith, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Now left side on the swing pass. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
From the 36. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Dances by him. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to look deep for Watkins, and this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Once more, Montgomery.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't...
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my city. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow to her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life in like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I broken the system, had to breach it. That's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me.
Yeah, I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feedy. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy. They like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look, all this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you gotta salute when you see me.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. There's more where that came from, my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. I call the play.